What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button for me, please. Make sure also go check out the last video I posted. Definitely was crazy. Definitely was a banger. But you already know. Let's get in the video.
Who were American citizens to go back.
Hold on, let me see what she said.
About some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country.
And I applaud, that person that is actually clapping and cheering him on because, it is important. And we do have more important, we have more people that take this stuff seriously more than anything. They definitely do. And I'm gonna let him go speak. I don't want to interrupt too much of this video. Y'all know, because I can go on and on.
Including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. Done so much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that.
Yeah.
And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late. Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
Mr. President, I would love if you can answer the question on your rhetoric.
See, then now she's interrupting. Like, I feel like, regardless on how anybody look at this, and, you have false, news and false, people that's pushing this out like Trump was being any type of wrong. I feel like, and I seen, the last part of this, and I'm watching the first part of this, to see how it all started. But I, seen different clips. And my thing is Trump handled this amazing. He handled it well. Like I said, I seen the end of it. And I seen, just him, answering these questions and being, in a way respectful. I feel like the lady in the blue, she isn't respectful at all. She hasn't been, and that is rude. You know what I mean? That is rude. Being late, then lying like that. People. I'm telling y'all, it's like they're trying to make him something he's not.
Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
Mr. President, I would love if you can answer the question on your rhetoric and why you believe that black voters should trust you with another 4 years.
I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act?
And for you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work, in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace.
Let me just ask a follow-up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president and be on a major party ticket, as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
give me a
literally
definition
the words
then. Would you give me a definition
DEI.
of that? Give me a definition.
I feel like she's trying her hardest to be relevant, because I don't even know who this woman is. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. And I've been, doing these videos and, looking at different things. I don't know, and I feel like she's trying to be relevant, and she's failing. She's failing bad.
Sir, I'm asking you a question,
No,
a
you
very
have to
direct
define
question.
it. Define it for me, if you
I
would.
just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say, no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect.
See, and I feel like that's what people look at Trump as. He one thing that I love about him, because I can say that I'm the same way, is being straightforward. He's a person that is very straightforward. He's gonna tell you like it is and tell you how it is. I mean, that's just the type of person that he is. If she was using an Indian type heritage, why are you using these different? Like, why are you doing that? Like, you literally doing that, and that's just being true. How do you go from this to go to that? That's not what you do. That's just like if my kid, like I said, is biracial. That's just like if she go and she's completely, and that's what bothers me. Just because she's running for president, now it's that. Because I'll tell y'all something right now. Like I said, my daughter is biracial. She's only 3 right now. But I'm just saying, just say that, most of her life, she's all, around white people. And that's what, her culture is, and what she's around is white people. But then, now that she's running, to be this person or to do this, she calls herself black. Then you get a lot of people, calling her fake. She gets high school. You around. So it's more so of, why are you switching up now? Don't switch up now. And I don't. So to clear everything up, we don't do that in this household. Like I said in the last video, y'all see it. My daughter, I consider both of them. We have 2 daughters, both biracial. I don't look at my daughters as black. I don't look at my daughters as white. And that's just how it is. I'm black and their mother is white. But I don't see how that, and I don't see how people can hate this guy just because he's being real.
Black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always
But you know
identified
what?
as a black woman.
I
She went to a
respect either
historically black
one.
college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the
And
way.
they keep on yelling she went to a HBCU. So what? Like I said in the last video, you can be Asian, Mexican, white. They all go to HBCU. So what?
All of a sudden, she
Can't keep
made a
on throwing it
turn.
around.
She became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do
And
you
I
believe
think,
that
I think
she is
somebody should look into that too when you continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct question, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is a DEI hire, as some
I
Republicans
really
have
don't
said?
know. I really don't know. Could be. There are some, and there are plenty. I know this lady right over there, Harris, is a fantastic person who just interviewed me at length. And we had a great interview, I think, and I heard you got very good ratings on that
Well,
interview.
you told me it was the longest one of your life, so we had a good discussion. Look, I want to talk
See
about...
what I mean? Being respectful. And she's the same color as this woman right here, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the audience right now. It's all about respect that people don't realize, what people don't get. It's all about respect. This lady could have been Indian. She could have been white. She could have been Mexican. She could have been yellow, blue, red, or green. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. If you in order to, people got to realize that, you want respect, you got to give that respect. That's just what it is. I've always, grown up, to get that through my mind. This lady obviously wasn't respectful at all. Wasn't respected, and she got called out on it. Now the media is trying to turn everything around to where Trump was attacking her, and that's not true. Y'all see it here.
We're here today. I mean, it is not lost on us how divided we are as a country. And as you were coming today, we really got to see that we were divided along the lines of race, along the lines of gender. And there is this question of, in this moment where we are, why come here? What is your message today?
My message is to stop people from invading our country that are taking, frankly, a lot of problems with it. But one of the big problems, and a lot of the journalists in this room I know and I have great respect for, a lot of the journalists in this room are black. I will tell you that coming from the border are millions and millions of people that happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that has a job.
All right.
And
Mr. President,
they're taking the employment away from black people. They're coming in, they're invading. It's an invasion of millions of people, probably 15, 16, 17 million people.
I literally just heard my cousin say this exact same thing. We live in Indianapolis, close to Indianapolis. We don't, we're not in Indianapolis. We are outside of it. Anyways, we was talking about how Post Road, it is a lot of, black people, that live out there in Post Road. And we was just talking about this, me and my cousin. And he was basically telling me, that it is a lot of people, a lot of immigrants, migrants, whatever y'all want to, that came over. And that's literally taking jobs. He literally told me, like, bro, like, they're taking jobs. They're doing everything and anything they can do to work. He was like, man, it's a lot of taco trucks out there. It's dirty. It's nasty over there. But then when you get, again, called up on stuff like this, they're taking these jobs. They're taking these jobs, like, regardless of however, man. And then what does everybody want? They want the stamps. They want to be pacified by the government. They want to be that, Democrat. They don't want to work.
They're taking the employment away from black people. They're coming in, they're invading. It's an invasion of millions of people, probably 15, 16, 17 million people. I have a feeling it's much more than that. And everybody's been seeing what's happened. The first group of people, the black population, is affected most by that. And Kamala is allowing it to happen. She's the border czar. She's the worst border czar in the history of the world. There's never been a border czar like this. She's never even essentially been. She said she was there once, but not the right part of the border. So she was a border czar. She's done a horrible job. These people are coming into our country, and they're taking black jobs and Hispanic jobs. And frankly, they're taking union jobs. Unions are being very badly affected by all of the millions of people that are pouring into our country. And one thing, as we discussed, many of these people are coming in from mental institutions, from prisons, from jails. They're gang members in other countries. Other countries are setting loose their prisoners. They're opening up their prisons and their mental institutions, and they're taking their bad people, drug dealers, gang members, and they're bringing them into the United States. And by the way, their crime rate is going down, and our crime rate is going to be a disaster.
Like, make it make sense, y'all. But then y'all want to complain and talk about, what is black jobs? All these black-owned businesses that's getting dug through the dirt. It's so many black people that sit there and talk crazy to another black person, but as soon as somebody else do it, everybody want to get mad. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. What makes me so mad about stuff is the simple fact that people that same black person go to a black-owned business, this is too high. That's why I don't support black-owned businesses. But then as soon as somebody say, you got people that's coming across the border and they literally taking this job, they taking this away. If black people ain't supporting other black people in these black-owned businesses, who else is paying? That stuff high. We gonna swoop in, we gonna make it work. We come across the border, we need everything we need, so we gonna make it work. They charging $15, $20 for a plate? We gonna charge $5. We gotta make it work, y'all. So let's get to it. I know we ain't making no we got to make something work. Make stuff make sense, y'all. Make sure to like that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.